So we're recommending 3 books today. One very new, one that's been out a few months, and one that's very old that it's just a favorite of mine that I love. So our new book is Listening Still by Anne Griffin. So an awful lot of people know Anne Griffin from her debut book from 2019, which was called When All Is Said. This one, though, is based in rural Ireland, and it tells the story of Jeannie, who is an undertaker. But she's an undertaker with a very strange superpower. So she can hear the thoughts of the recently dead, and an awful lot of the people who have passed away, who come in and out of her undertaker service, are passing on their last wishes to Jeannie. So Jeannie has to go out into the world and finish unfinished business for these people. And it's a really sweet, very easy read. It's bizarre. It's a strange storyline, but it's very, very, very rewarding, and it's a little bit of a tearjerker. So just be aware of that. This next one is The Pull of the Stars by Emma Donoghue. Now, this is very relevant to an awful lot of what's been going on in Ireland lately. So it's based in Dublin during 1918, during the Great Flu pandemic then. So it's a great look at the past and how people dealt with pandemics in history, and you'll only be reading it 30 pages in and you'll be aware of the parallels with nowadays. But that's The Pull of the Stars by Emma Donoghue. It's brilliant. And my last book is an old one that's my favorite novel of all time. So this is Pure by Andrew Miller. Now, this is a historical novel. It's based 4 years before the French Revolution, and it's a young engineer is given the job of digging up Les Halles Cemetery in Paris. And essentially he is given 40 miners, a mad priest and a doctor to help him dig up this cemetery and turn it into a public park. However, everything doesn't really go to plan, and the miners soon stage a mutiny. And before you know it, criminals and prostitutes and everything else have showed up to capitalize on the misery. And the young engineer finds that he has become the mayor of a strange town in the middle of Paris, based in a graveyard. And it's shocking and dark and brilliant, and a very, very, very good book. So that's Pure by Andrew Miller. We also we do something that I think no other book retailer in Ireland is offering at the moment. We work very closely with independent Irish artists and designers. So they design for us prints, essentially inspired by some of the world's most famous classic books. So I have 2 of them here, if you just give me a second. So these are our kids prints. These are just 2 of them. I hope you're able to see them here. So one is from James the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl, which is a very famous kids book, and that one was designed by a Dublin independent artist here. This one was designed by a member of our team named Ashling. This is from The Little Prince, which I'm sure an awful lot of people will know as kind of a famous kids classic. An awful lot of people probably had it read to them when they were children. We also sell some pretty fun and cool literary gift cards. So, I mean, some of them are a bit silly. The full Bronte is there. There's Edgar Allan Poe, but some of them are just really, really cute. This is one of my personal favorites. It's just that'll work for a birthday or for Valentine's or for anything. And given the weather today, that it's 20 days into May and it's still raining like it's winter, this one I really love. So it just says recipe for happiness, raining outside, books, you. So that's quite cute. So yeah, we sell an awful lot of things like that to keep ourselves financially afloat, because as I say, the recommendation service is free. So if anybody's looking for a book related gift, LitVox is a good place to start.